WholeCEO with Lisa G. I'm the best-selling author of The Boss Weight Loss. I'm bringing you the top tips to be unstoppable. This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to actually pull up a chair with today's top experts in weight loss, mindset, and business. Learn our top tips to set you up for success so that you can have more energy, be fit and resilient, and feel unstoppable. Hey guys, I'm so excited. I have my East Coast Lisa G with me here today. Hey Lisa Goldberg.
Hey Lisa G, how are you doing today?
I'm great. I'm so happy to have you. I'll let you guys know a little bit about Lisa and we're jumping right into the content. Lisa Goldberg is a nutritionist, weight loss, and lifestyle coach with a master's in clinical nutrition from NYU. And she's been coaching clients since 2001 in mindful eating, mindset, and she coaches clients all over the world and in New York. She's the author of the book, Food Fight, Winning the Battle, Food and Eating to Achieve Sustainable Weight Loss. So I could go on and on about you serving as a nutritionist on the New York Stock Exchange and all of that, but I want to get into the content today. So thanks, Lisa. Let's start out for our audience. I want to talk about habit, behavior, and mindset change for weight loss, and just basically like creating an awareness of your habits.
So I mean, when people call me, it's because they're feeling stuck. Like what their life has been is going on one diet after another, losing the weight and gaining it back again, and or starting a diet, planning to have like a really great day, like they're ready, today is going to be a good day, and somewhere in the middle of the day they eat something they wish they didn't, and then their mindset is, I blew it, like I just threw the whole day away, and then they just start eating like crazy. So rather than have a mindset of, well, I wish I didn't eat that, but I'm going to eat better the rest of the day, they kind of go off the rails the rest of the day, and they keep repeating this habit loop, right? So they're kind of stuck, and it's not that they don't know what to do. I mean, all of the people that I work with are smart, intelligent, people. So it's not, I always say it has nothing to do with how smart you are, but it's your old conditioning, the way your brain is wired, and it's emotional.
Emotional eating, what a big topic. I've come across all of the above behaviors. I've participated in all of the above behavior. I feel you. So what tips do you have for our audience? Like, let's say we all self-sabotage. It's just human behavior. And so what happens? Is there any tip you can give us, like once we ate the perceived one bad thing, so we don't spiral and start spinning?
Yeah. So basically the best thing to think to yourself is that eating that made me feel bad. So notice that you start to feel bad because you ate something you wish you didn't, right? So there's a little regret, there's a little guilt. And when you hear, so creating an awareness of your habits and behaviors, creating an awareness of your thoughts is really important. When you hear yourself start to say, well, I blew it, I may as well. All right. So there's some really key words that you say over and over again in your head, but because you say it so many times, you barely even hear it anymore. Right. So listen for when that thought says, I may as well. And then you want to be like, no, 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 because you know the outcome. If you eat for the rest of the day, you're going to feel even worse than you already did after that one thing you wish you didn't eat. So my tip is almost be prepared in advance. So you know that if you do something, so each day, if you're trying to be healthier, each day when you feel like you ate something that wasn't healthy, you're prepared with what you will do next. I call it a plan B. So
I love that.
Right? So if you have a plan, if I do this at some point during the day, then I'm just going to do that.
And should we plan for noticing in advance what our triggers are so that we don't walk into that same hole every single time and fall in?
Yeah, I mean, oftentimes people tend to know what their triggers are, but it's really a matter of paying attention, because triggers could be time of day, it could be a person, it could be environmental, right? Like, there's somebody in your office that you really don't like, so they trigger you. It's the time of day. It's 3 p.m. or 4 p.m. or after dinner, right? That's a trigger for you. So, you kind of because our brain is wired for habit. So pay attention to when you think you feel like eating, but you're not physically hungry.
No, that's great advice. I love it because we all have our triggers, and then obviously eating that cookie isn't going to change the situation. The situation is going to be the situation, and then you're just going to also feel bad on top of the situation. So I know negative self-talk is so real, also something we all deal with. Do you have any suggestions on how we can move past that negative, automatic negative conditioning and talking?
Yeah, well, I always say, I mean, sometimes, being humans, we can't stop those negative thoughts from coming, but we could definitely, when we hear it, replace that negative thought or that negative self-talk with something more kind and loving. Because I always say, if you wouldn't speak to somebody you love the way you speak to yourself, or you wouldn't allow somebody else to speak to you the way you speak to yourself, then you want to just, if you hear yourself say, you're an idiot, you're a loser, or whatever, it is that you tend to say. I mean, those are some of the things I hear from my clients.
Right.
And you get to backtrack. You get to say, no, that's not true. I'm not a loser. I'm actually really an awesome person. I just did this and I wish I didn't, but tomorrow or later is a chance for me to do it better.
That's so good. So it's developing an awareness of all the automatic negative thinking when it comes in, and know that we all have it. And I also am interested in how can we kind of get out of that dieter's mentality and move into something healthier?
Well, the dieter's mentality is the way you think. So a lot of what I've been sharing with you is to change the way you think if you listen to it, because here's the thing, it all starts with your thoughts. Your thoughts create your feelings and your behaviors follow your thoughts. So if you sit there and you say to yourself, I'm going to eat the cookie, it's not that big of a deal, it's just only one cookie, you're going to eat the cookie. But
Right.
if you sit there and say something different, if you sit there and say, you know what, eating weight is so much more important to me than eating that cookie, right? I know I'm going to feel bad. And why am I going to choose to make myself feel bad? I'm not going to eat that cookie. Chances are you're not going to eat the cookie because you gave yourself a directive. So listen to, the thoughts that go on in your head. And the dieter's mentality is all about the way you think, which is why losing weight and keeping it off is so difficult for so many people, because they don't have the tools to begin changing their thoughts.
So it's like a laws of attraction thing. When you start thinking the negative thinking, it's bringing upon the same old all over again.
Well, to a certain degree, it's laws of attraction, but it's just the truth is our actions follow our thoughts. So if you're telling yourself, right, like my clients create every which way from Tuesday to, justify why they should
I
eat something,
love it. Yeah, the justification about the cookie.
right? So, I mean, you create a million different reasons. Well, I'm with company, or, well, I can't get this cookie anywhere else, or, well, I've been good all week, right? So there's a million ways to justify why you should eat the cookie. But justifying is a big red flag. If you have to justify why you should eat something, you probably shouldn't be eating it, right? So everything that I talk about is helping people change the way they think, because if your actions follow the thoughts, if you stay connected to why you rather eat healthy than unhealthy, to why you rather not eat the cookie than eat the cookie, once you stay connected to that, you make different decisions. So, your thoughts lead you to your choices and your decisions. And ultimately, I help my clients make, better choices and better decisions.
That is super helpful stuff, Lisa. I really appreciate your being here. Is there any final stuff you want to leave our audience with? Any final tips and hacks?
Well, what I really want to leave your audience with is, for anybody out there who's listening to this, and there's a part of your brain that thinks, I could never change this. This won't work for me. I'm doomed to be overweight the rest of my life, or I'll never be a normal size, or there's some kind of self-doubt that runs within you. I want to reassure you that none of that is true. None of that is true. And if you change your thoughts about being able versus being unable, and you practice changing the thought day in and day out, you will reach your goal and you will be able to create the changes that you want to. So don't let your old self-sabotaging voice, I call it the rabbit hole voice, get in your way. And if it shows up, kick it to the curb, but just keep on going.
Oh, thanks, Lisa. And where can people find you?
People could find me at lisagoldbergnutrition.com. And also they could find a great gift that I have for anybody who visits my website. And it's the Shift 5-day video series. And a lot of what we just spoke about, right, is a lot of what I coach on in the 5 days of videos. And so it's called the Shift because I give you tools to help you create the shifts that you want to, because it's really about shifting how you think so you could create positive shifts in your life. And if overcoming emotional eating and yo-yo dieting is a goal of yours, these tools will help you.
Thank you, Lisa. That is super awesome. This episode is brought to you by Good Pod. Protein shakes are messy, expensive, and hard to make. Good Pod is a new amazing shake maker that's a blender and a pod in one. Take a pod, fill your glass with water or milk in 60 seconds or less. You have a healthy protein shake and it's ready to drink. Just like that.